What is going on, guys? Dark Purple here, and welcome to my direct discussion video for tomorrow, because a direct was announced for tomorrow in the middle of the damn day. Like, last minute, too. They couldn't have given this to us like a week earlier, but yeah, you know, I'm sitting here and I was just like, maybe I should make a direct discussion video, and I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, you know what, every time I think to do that, I think about it all day and it just doesn't happen. So I was like, you know what, let's just go in on this. So I apologize, because this is about to be raw as hell. There's gonna be a lot of a lot of pauses, and I can't really do much about that, but I do have better, more worked on, more thought out works for you guys coming up soon. Don't worry, I've been in kind of a flow lately, so things will be picking up real soon. But anyway, so why don't I go ahead and give you guys some of my predictions. All right, so why don't we get started? First off, we do know the obvious, that they're going to be announcing some stuff for Fire Emblem Three Houses. We know that strictly because they literally said that on the notice. they literally said, we're getting upcoming news on Fire Emblem Three Houses, and yeah, that's perfectly fine, but that kind of worries me all at the same time, because that means that they might be banking a lot on the fact, or a lot on Fire Emblem Three Houses as its main topic, which is fine in some cases, but I don't know, man. I don't know. So but that's all we know as far as that. So let's get into the predictions, okay? First off, everyone's main prediction and primary need, we're going to be talking about, we are going to be obtaining some form of Joker gameplay. There's no way. It has been, what is it, 2 months now? It's been we've had Smash for 2 months now, and they announced Joker the day of. You are not sitting here and convincing me that they don't have any kind of Joker gameplay ready. I know it takes a long time, but they gotta have something. Alright, I just can't believe that they didn't have this planned out beforehand a little bit. So, we're gonna get some kind of Joker gameplay, but what kind of... There wouldn't be any real Smash anything if we didn't get a new character announced as well. If we're getting Joker gameplay, then we're definitely getting one of the next characters in the Fighter Pass. It would be insane not to. And I'm not even gonna sit here and guess anymore who those fighters are gonna be. I'm just gonna sit and wait, because honestly, after Joker, everything's left field. I can't give that to you anymore. I can't guess that stuff for you anymore. Okay, I couldn't tell you. Yeah, I couldn't give that to you. So we're just gonna go ahead and move on from that. A little mini prediction that I have is that they are actually going to end up porting over Persona 4 Golden as well as Persona 5. I say Persona 4 Golden only because I kind of hope they do. Like, I really feel like Persona 4 Golden would do much better on the Nintendo Switch than it ever did on the PSP. Or, on the PS Vita. Was that a PS Vita game? Yeah. I feel like it would do so much better on the Switch, and I feel like the Persona series, I mean, Atlas has been in with Nintendo for a hot minute now. I can't imagine why they couldn't. I could see them working towards something like that, especially for Persona 5, especially since Joker's coming to Smash, and a lot of Nintendo fans are like, who the hell is Joker? Who is this? You know, like, a lot of people are unfamiliar with the Persona series because none of the games are on Nintendo consoles outside of Persona Q. And if you started the Persona series with Persona Q, you don't know what's happening. All right, and it would just boggle my mind, especially with Persona Q2 coming to 3DS later this year. Atlas is in with Nintendo. There's no way that they wouldn't port at least Persona 5. Persona 4 Golden, reaching, but Persona 5, there's no excuse. Atlas, there's no excuse. So anyway, that's my little mini on that. Next up, I know this is kind of a niche prediction, but it's about a game they announced a while back. It was called Ninjala, and they announced that game one time and have not said anything about it since. They announced it in one direct. They had a gameplay for it at Anime Expo, I know that much, but as far as Ninjala goes, nobody knows what that game is, really. Like, or we have a small idea, but we got nothing outside of the initial announcement that it was going to be on Switch and that this was kind of a new IP. Not really. No, it's not. It's not even strictly Nintendo. I don't know. I don't even know the company. I feel so bad. But I feel like we're going to get more on Ninjala. I feel like Ninjala is up there with the relevance of, like, ARMS or whatever. Like, it's there, you know? Like, it was big enough. It was important enough to announce. It's not like it's an indie, you know? And it's not like it's even a third-party title. I really don't know everything when it comes to Ninjala. I got to do more research on that. But every time I look up anything regarding Ninjala, I get nothing. Almost. So there's almost no research to do. So I feel like they will probably bring that up more. It has been a while since we got a real direct. So I think we're bound for some more Ninjala news. Okay. Another prediction, another one a few people have is that we are going to get some kind of Bayonetta 3 gameplay, as well as maybe a release date, possibly, because we have not seen anything from Bayonetta. We have not seen anything from Platinum Games regarding Bayonetta 3 since before the Switch came out, which was almost 2 years ago now. Like, that's insane. There's no way that they haven't made any progress on Bayonetta 3 in the past year. Okay, we gotta get something. Maybe just a tidbit of gameplay. That's all I want, man. That's all I want. Okay? That's it. Because fun fact about me, I really do enjoy the Bayonetta series. I played both the games. I have. I really love them too. So, maybe a port, maybe some Bayonetta 3 gameplay, and maybe a release date while we're at it. That's all I'm going to say about that, because, again, we have nothing on Bayonetta 3. Nothing. Alright? Moving on to the next topic. Another pretty obvious one. There's no way, because this is one of their biggest titles, there's no way in hell that we're not getting some kind of gameplay or some kind of title for Animal Crossing for Switch. And, we're going to get a little bit of, I predict we're going to get a little tidbit of gameplay with Isabelle talking to us, whatever, or somebody, Apollo, I don't know. I'm going to get a tidbit of information on that, as well as a title, and if we're lucky, a release date, because, and I only say a release date on this one because there was a little bit of a leak that said that it may be coming out in September, but I don't know if I believe that yet. I won't believe it until I see it, but it does make a lot of sense that if it was put on a actual site that, hey, this is when the game's coming, then who are we not to believe it? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. We may get a release date. We may get a release date on that. We may not. But the same thing happened with Yoshi's Woolly World, where they accidentally revealed the release date before actually talking about the games, before actually revealing it themselves. So I wouldn't be surprised if the same thing happened with Animal Crossing. But anyway, the gist of it is we are getting Animal Crossing stuff this direct. There's just no way. There's no way. Okay. My next prediction is that we are going to get a glimpse at the new Pokemon game, because the title is Pokemon 2019. That's the placeholder title we've had. If it gets pushed to 2020, it's officially delayed. But either way, we're probably getting some kind of glimpse at it, and I'm pretty sure that they have some kind of progress, assuming that they used a similar engine to Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which I'm fine with. I'm perfectly fine with, as long as it's not as easy, and I could go into a tangent on that game on its own. But the point is, that game comes out later this year. It's probably going to be a bigger holiday release. So we're probably going to get some kind of name or title, maybe, or maybe just a glimpse. I don't know. Maybe just a quick look at maybe the new legendaries or whatever, and then we'll get a title. We may not even get a release date, but I doubt. Hell, you know what? I doubt we'll get a release date until E3. E3 is when we're going to get the release date. That's what I suspect. So, small glimpse at the new Pokemon game, or maybe some Pokemon Let's Go DLC. Again, something I wouldn't be surprised about. DLC is the thing of the future with the game developers, man. They think, okay, well, we can just complete the game later down the road because we have access to DLC and we can make people pay more for the game. Which, it makes sense. It really does. But it's a little shady sometimes. It's a little shady. I don't know. I don't know. There was something else I was gonna say. Oh! Actually, it wasn't about Pokemon at all. It was actually about Game Freak. Another prediction I kind of wanted to make is that they're going to be talking more about their RPG game that they brought up last was that E3? Was that E3? I don't know. But they talked about a game that they were working on called Town, or something along the lines of that. It was just called like Town. That's it. This is a Game Freak original RPG where you defend your town, your hometown or whatever. There's no way that they're just going to pass that up. We're going to get something on that, whether we like it or not. I am actually looking forward to something like that. I want to see more of that game by Game Freak. That game looks... I love RPGs. I'm a sucker. Big ass, big time sucker for RPGs. You will not get past me with that. So... I hope we do get something on that game. That's all I want, okay? So yeah, that's it as far as, like, Game Freak and Pokemon. As far as my next prediction, I'm thinking, also low-key praying, that we get something Zelda-related. And I know a lot of people have been predicting that we're gonna get Zelda 2D for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know what that is to people. I have no idea. But, Zelda 2D, sure, man, why not? But what I really want is, because I know we're not getting any more DLC for Breath of the Wild, but I feel like, thank you, chair, I feel like it would be kind of a waste to not take advantage of the amazing engine that they made with Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild was a fantastic game, and what they did with that world, what they did with that engine... was phenomenal work. And for them to just abandon that entire engine and just start from scratch on something new that would take so much longer to develop, while I'd appreciate it, I also wouldn't mind a quick little, here's some more story-focused, another story-focused miniature Zelda game that utilizes the same engine and maybe a little bit of the same story, or maybe continues on from the story of Breath of the Wild. Something I am not opposed to at all. That's what I personally want. I want a Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, per se. Or rather, the best way for me to describe it, I would want this next one to be the Majora's Mask to Ocarina of Time. I would want this to be the sequel of sorts to Breath of the Wild. And it could be I could see it being a little more linear, like smaller world, more focused on things, more focused on story, much like Majora's Mask was. And I'd be totally okay with that because I'm a guy who's also a sucker for story. Okay? So that's what I'm hoping for as far as the Zelda front, or as far as the primary IP front. Okay? So that's most of everything that I wanted to get out of the way. The last thing I wanted to talk about was the idea that they might either reveal a newer IP or revive an older IP. So a newer IP, I couldn't even, the possibilities are endless. I don't know, they could introduce something completely brand new, or maybe they'll announce another sequel, like another Splatoon. But we just got Splatoon 2 last year, man. Like, I don't know, I feel like it's a little too soon. But they did end DLC for Splatoon, and there's just no way that that's just the end of Splatoon, right? So, I don't know. But, yeah, new IPs, endless possibilities. Maybe ARMS 2, I don't know. Even though ARMS 2 isn't new, but whatever. Anyway, I guess both of those would fit into the revival of an IP. Like either a Splatoon 3 or an ARMS 2, if they really wanted to. But when I think of a IP revival, I'm thinking old school, alright? I'm kind of praying, low-key, that we could get a little something on another Kid Icarus. Sakurai, I know you're busy. Big dog. I know you're busy. I understand. But Kid Icarus Uprising, fantastic game, fantastic. So I don't think a port would work. The Kid Icarus Uprising was made strictly for the 3DS, and trying to port that over to the Switch, trying to port a DS game over to the Switch can be kind of rough. As I've seen with The World Ends With You, that game was rough. Okay, and I still love that game to death, but goddamn, those controls did not work for the life of me. So, yeah, porting over Kid Icarus, no, but like a newer game, maybe something that continues off of Uprising, maybe something that's along the same caliber as that. Totally good with. Okay, that's what I want. Okay, that's personally what I want. Okay. And it's also possible that they might talk about a new Pikmin. I know they've been holding off on Pikmin. What is it? We're on Pikmin 4, right? We're on Pikmin 4, and they have not said. They said something about it a long time ago, but they have not brought it up in ages. They have not brought Pikmin up in ages. The last anything they did that was Pikmin related was the newer Pikmin game for the 3DS. I've never been so uninterested to pick up a game. Okay, none of that. Okay, we need a Pikmin 4 and we need it for home console. Okay, that's what we want. Okay, even I would get that. Okay, if I could, and if it wasn't so expensive, I would get Pikmin 3, play that on my own. You know, like, it's so expensive to try and get Pikmin 3. It's impossible. You can't even find it anywhere. Maybe a port? I don't know, man. I don't think a lot of people are. I feel like Nintendo doesn't realize how unopposed people are to ports. Like, seriously, guys. Just think about that, okay? Keep your eye on what kind of ports people are asking for. I think you'll be really surprised if you released one. Just saying. Okay? And then, maybe an F-Zero. I don't know. I'm reaching now. I'm reaching. So anyway, so that just about does it for everything I wanted to predict or wanted to, you know, shoot my gun at. Nothing's confirmed except for Fire Emblem 3 Houses. But we'll have to see as time comes. By this time tomorrow, or I'm sorry, okay, yeah, by the time you guys see this, by this time tomorrow, we'll have all of our answers. We'll probably be some type of satisfied, and I'm sure we'll be happy campers. I think we will. Anyway, that just about does it. I got some more stuff in the works, but I will probably see you guys for, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow for a direct reaction video, because I love doing those to death. I love doing those, but there might be some circumstances that do not allow me to do so, but we'll have to see as we'll have to play it by ear a little bit. So anyway, I want to thank you guys ever so much for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed. Do me the greatest favor of dropping a like and a comment, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Do me the greatest favor of taking good ass care, and I will see you all next time.